he used his first, right? That is how we're phrasing that. Okay, it's the last day. We're taking our temp boost. I don't think chocolate is helping a lot here anymore. I rather look for stuff. I don't like nitro. There is a huge discussion sometimes going on about how good nitro is. I'm on the position nitro is a bad item. Don't use it. It's not helping you in most cases. Or let's say it has too many downsides in my book. Uh, Good night, sarcasm, and thank you for being here. Hope you sleep well. Wish you well. See you around soon. Thank you so much, Sashi Balchev, for the kind comments. Okay, so here it's kind of easy again. We don't need to increase the shield output. Like in general, like this is enough shield to buy ourselves a little bit of time and to be annoying for our opponent. But getting more shield is not really necessary, because we are not in a defensive setup. We are more in an offensive setup. So it's always the cinders here. If this dark type had like only 10 or 15 shield, I would say the increase of the shield is significant, and I would have taken the scrap shield. But here it's kind of nice to just go ham and put it on the core. Also, obviously, it's super impactful because the core has a very low cooldown at the moment. We were rather lucky here. I don't think I need any friends, so I can go with the shield skills. And there might be some good shield skills. I mean, I don't crit a lot. I have only 15 crit here from one of the monster loot things, and that's about it, right? I don't think those matter. I can pick this because it's probably the last day and I have more than enough gold to justify, but it's also only 10 shield at max, so I'm rather not buying it. I try to get another free skill though. There's a free skill. I have a gamma ray now, so freeze is pretty easy pick, and yeah. I also have, what song name is this? It was from Einaudi, from the Experience album, and the last one was Waterways, and this one is Experience. Um, yeah, it's Waterways from the Experience album from Ludovici Einaudi. I don't know how to pronounce him. He's an Italian pianist and componist. Um, okay, we won this pretty good, pretty easy. I think we didn't use our rebirth here, right? Doesn't look like that. Yeah, was a good run. I will take another like 2 minute break and then I will continue. Thank you for staying around. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the support. Hope you're doing well. And see you in just a bit. Okay, I am back. I will restart the client to prevent memory leak, and then we continue the climb on this account. I like this score. It is so consistent. So if this was coming with 2 gold, I would have picked this. Since it's coming not with 2 gold, I'm more inclined to go to Quicksell because it feels like still more important to me to get like good items early. Also, I am starting not to pick duct tape early anymore because it's just too slow. And on day 1, if you have a duct tape, you are just too slow on the procs and scaling and stuff. So I rather have a duct tape later. So I will skip this. I was buying this a long time early because I like duct tapes a lot, and I feel they give you a lot of consistency. But in this meta at the moment, we have the issue that it's so cutthroat, and everyone is like, I don't, so not everyone, but they're like, at least it does, like a lot of people where I would guess they more or less sometimes concede, and I did this myself, so part of the issue, and therefore this is not good enough because this is average, and you need more than average to win. I will roll though. Same issue with the LEDs. They are not impactful enough on day 1. The beta ray though, if you find another ray, is kind of impactful. So that is good enough. We want to go for the lighter here again. Are you a pianist? No, I never learned any music instruments in my youth. I learned very, very, very little playing the piano in my 20s, but that was very minor and not noteworthy. But I still enjoy it, and in my youth I listened to especially Fabrizio Patellini and Ludovici Einaudi. I found those two have this very soothing piano style. And I just made a playlist out of those two where I knew the old albums. Okay, I don't need medium items. One region isn't doing anything, so I'm more inclined to go here and see if I can high roll a skill. And if so, I will buy this. 2 burn on my core is in my book a high roll, so I want to do this. We are in the situation where I don't know which one is better, like probably this or this. That's a close call. We have to do math a little bit about this. Question. Okay, here's my chat, something weird saying. So anyway, before we come to that conclusion, there's also 25 health or looking at 3 items and maybe buy and sell something. Like, I'm willing to sell this for an Omega Ray, right? That is the easiest sell in my life, because that would obviously make us even stronger. So, and we have the potential to look at 3 items to look for our Omega Ray. And that is not the worst. Or we take the 25 health and say those might matter, and we don't have the opportunity cost to go here. I mean, it's a 10% increase in health on day 1, right? It's straight up 10%, and it's coming for free. Sure, let's do this. Okay. So I want to make a quick math thing here, like a very quick math thing again. Let's restart this, and we have like a 6, and we have a 3 and a 3, right? So probably we are a little bit below 4. Yeah. Okay, 3.6 to be precise. That should be also kind of correct, right? So this means we every 3.6 second we put out 9 burn, and then 2 burn will stack on my opponent, right? Because 7 burn ticks in, like 7 burn ticks in, it's 3.6 seconds, and then we have like around 2 left because this is 1 and this is 8. So we are stacking that way a little bit more, like still burn, and we are just racing a little bit faster. So if our opponent is also on the racing side, we should actually race this way faster. If our opponent though is on the scaling side, like, I don't know, running a armored core, this is not enough scaling and we need this in opposing. Also, oh no, my mic is muted. Oh no, oh no. Uh, oh, so much talking about it. I mean, you at least saw that I did a little bit of math, and then I talked a little bit about left and right positioning and which matchups which is better. And I'm certain if I really want to race and I just want to finish at 250 HP on the opponent and kill him, and he has no way of healing or whatever, this is better. But if he has sort of scaling, like is a shield armored core enjoyer, this has to be better. This is the summary. Sorry for the mute. Anyway, we cannot risk here because if we are like breaking or we having a fight that is too strong, which is rather likely, we are screwed and we need the XP to make sure we're leveling by the end of the day. There is an upgrade. We don't have an Omega Ray, but upgrading the core is absolutely reasonable. It's still a huge increase in burn as well as a little bit in scaling for the time being, so it's not the worst. Here is we still need to take experience, and this is coming with gold, so this is extra juicy. But Kina is also kind of a juicy shop to go to. I mean, it's okay-ish. It's not Andy, but it's close, and we are still want to find our pieces, right? And if we find good pieces, we are also more inclined to. I mean, we can probably already fight the junk bot. We should easily, actually. I don't know. I still want to do this. I want to find my Omega Ray early. That is a barrier. So we have like around, like, I don't want to do the math with the calculator. So we have around every 3 seconds that the core procs, right? And that means we have 3 seconds and then we burst out 13 burn. And then there will be 7 burn left and we put up 13 burn more. So it's okay. So the question is whether I want to fight Warrior here. Because otherwise I need to find an XP node to level. I mean, it will depend on the crits, right? It's that way, and then when the crits don't go your way, you're screwed. I mean, it's close. I think like in 60-70% of chances I beat the Warrior there, but then in 30% the Warrior crits me and I'm screwed because I don't have the health there. I needed 100%, 100 more health. Like if I found chocolate or like whatever, we were able to do this. So there is my level up. So that is good. And then we go for JJ and hope we are finding stuff. I mean, that's not stuff. I'm not buying this. I know this is stuff, but that is... The fights are too long to justify this. It's super expensive. You don't want to have it. It's a reroll angle here. There is a Ray. That is good. And I rather run the Ember probably over buying the Chris Army knife here. Yeah. Sure. I get all the upgrades when I don't have an Omega Ray. It's probably still an upgrade angle. Question is who. And I would say there are two targets that are more likely, and that's those two. So this is, like, both of those are premium targets, and both of those will stay on my board, and both of those are good. I would say, though, the power level is at the moment more on the Aiden side, because freeze is not as impactful, and this heal and haste actually matters a lot, especially early, and I want to make sure I'm not losing here. And positioning now is also interesting. I would say probably we're making like this. We're making like the compromise of getting one juicy item to the right, and then also it's not faster. It doesn't matter. We'll use one. We need one. Okay. So this is after. Well, it's probably this. So reasoning is, we need 5 seconds or four-ish seconds at least before this is going off, and then I mean it should be on the same tick, maybe. Okay, it's probably like this. Okay. Anyway, long talk. Let's go. Yeah, I was thinking most cases I beat Warrior there, but there are crits, and if those crits don't go your way, you're screwed. Okay, so we don't have the financial means to buy a solar farm. Like that is not in the books here. Like we would have to sell all the stuff on the board, and I'm not selling all my board for a solar farm at this point. So I'm doing the responsible play and pick gold and XP, and then I go shopping at Andy because I still need to find an Omega Ray. So I will buy this, both upgrades. They're still decent strong, especially early on the Gamma Ray, as well as the Beta Ray, obviously. I will roll, though. I know that I don't have a lot of money, but I can always sell an Ember. And here I'm inclined to sell an Ember. Question is, who's the lucky winner? And the answer is also probably it's the Uzi. I know LEDs are good, but LEDs bronze are not as good, and imminent strength is more with the Uzi than the LEDs. And yeah, we can easily fight the eccentric either right here, and Rigged is obviously a premium skill. I still think it's not dropping more often than the silver items, but still decent fight to do. Okay, there is core cooldown and 100 health, and while I like 100 health, core cooldown is in the long run the wiser decision here. We are really poor, we have only 7 gold, and we want to go shopping, hopefully the next shop we see, so I take the spare change. That's a toughie. I mean, this is probably a free skill, but if I take it, I cannot use it yet because I don't have a duct tape or LEDs at this point. And also, I will have 2 slots not filled on my board. I don't think that is justifiable, so I have to go here and hope for something in return. I can sell this off anyway, and then I can make a further assessment. Like, The combat core is not like in this spot. It would like obviously make myself a lot stronger just for the next day, right? If I take out like, I don't know, maybe an Uzi here, um, or like an Aegis, I would be a lot stronger. I would put the core to the left, say unless it's poison, we are unbeatable and everything is fine. But it's a huge investment and I don't like it too much. So I'm more inclined to buy the duct tape here. That is the, I would say, reasonable approach. It's still kind of good because we had like the scrap shield, and this is still super strong. So I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, we also have a weak opponent. I mean, the question is whether we want to scale now too on the right or not. I don't think so. It's still like this. This has to be the better setup. And the reasoning is, like, the first proc will on the core will be later after the first lighter proc, and then we are just like too slow. And for example, in this situation, you can see it is super important. Like, obviously unlucky that we got frozen here, but it is more important to pop off early and not to scale late. Though here we got completely yeah, screwed, because that is a golden core and we got like frozen here, and probably even without the freeze we would have not won that. Yeah, that was a very strong board for day 3, and we didn't have an Omega Ray. That's fair. I take the gold and experience option here. I will go for haste and slow items. There could have been metronome, there could have been LEDs. That's like a decent amount of stuff I like to see there. I think I can win against the Flame Juggler here. We are fast enough and we have a lot of shield coming in the way. So we should do this. Oh, the music is also a little bit louder now. I will just slightly decrease the volume out of this for you. Yeah. Okay, upgrade silver item, sure. Still no Omega Ray. Is it ever the core? It's probably the core just to get myself stronger for now. I don't want to lose another fight here. And then I will buy chocolate. I can justify the expensive chocolate here. It's barely justifiable, but it is justifiable. I mean, I would really like to pick the extra health here, but we don't have an Omega Ray, and we still even have anything to play here, so we have to go shopping at Quixel. I don't want to play the Atomic Clock. I know I just lost to 1, but that's not the right play. Well, aren't we in a situation here? I'm hating a lot on the rocket launcher, but it's not the worst item in the world. So, hello rocket launcher. Then we're putting this on the right and everything else on the left. Maybe even the Aegis out because it's doing anything. Yeah, it's like this. Oh no, this is, let's say, suboptimal at the point, but it's also not weak, like, at all. That's a Lengthian Enjoyer. We have like a little bit of shield going our way here. Yeah, if that is not critting, we are in a good position now. Okay, all good. He never lost. I had to lose there against a very strong duelie. But that's okay. Okay, there are very good skills at Simon, so we are so going there. I mean, we don't are rich, so if there's like an expensive skill, we need to sell off stuff, but I will make that happen. This is by far the best skill because perma-hasted core obviously pretty good. And out of those I can sell, it's probably the Gamma Ray and the Aegis. And then I have 12 gold, I get like this. I have no gold left to go to Andy here. It's unfortunate because obviously we want our Mega Ray, but sometimes it is what it is. So even though we are poor in getting like a tool or a gold is good, core cooldown is just too important. And we are fighting the mod squad. It's the most reward. We are also now like half a level ahead of the curve again. That's pretty good. We can get an upgrade on the Aiden, but even like crypto here would not be bad because we are struggling a lot with gold at the moment. Yeah, only thing that is going in our favor though is as soon as we have another sort of burn item, we are good on the haste front on the core though. It's a little bit slow here with the rocket launcher, but it is probably what it is. So this is a freebie. I don't care too much. This is not something we want to see. Like there are like no medium items I can think of. So it's only the chocolate bars. Problem with the chocolate bars is if I spend 5 gold, I'm poor again and I cannot do this. So this has to be the very sad situation of me spending no gold on chocolate bars. And here I don't need any weapons. That's a freebie, but like monster loot has to be the pick. And okay, that is something. We are using both because we are weak and we don't want to lose. I mean, this looks like a not too strong of an opponent. And I mean, we took a little bit of health here and we should have more health than our average opponent. Okay, that's not our average opponent. I mean, we have an hasted core. And a duct tape here, and then he's dead. Yeah, good talk. So, would you run a Void Shield with Ignition Core and Omega Ray if your board wasn't already stuck with fast items? I mean, if I don't have good items, sure. Before I have, like, let's say a Chris Army Knife on my board, I would probably take the Void Shield. But at the point where you get the Void Shield, you probably have better options than a Chris Army Knife, at least hopefully. And then I wouldn't run it because it's slow. But obviously, if you don't have anything going for you can still try to make it work. Okay. We are a little bit richer now. We have at least 14 gold here.